This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. There's nothing sweeter than baking cookies during the holidays. With Prime, I get all my ingredients delivered right to my door, fast and free, no last-minute store trips needed. And of course, I blast my favorite holiday playlist on Amazon Music. It's the ultimate soundtrack for creating unforgettable memories. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into.
Chronic migraine is 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for adults with migraine with 14 or fewer headache days a month. It prevents, on average, 8 to 9 headache days a month versus 6 to 7 for placebo.
Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Ask your doctor and visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Hi, I'm Erin.
And I'm Katie.
And you are listening to Ropedrop Parkhop.
Hi.
That was very, very radio. DJ. Welcome back to Ropedrop and Parkhop.
You know what I didn't realize until the other day is that Delilah is still a thing. Like, I just haven't listened to the radio in years and years.
Me either.
It's always, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, streaming services.
Right.
But we were leaving the movie theater the other night, and it was playing over the speakers in the lobby. And I was like, whoa, she's still a thing.
She's still alive.
Yeah.
I feel like, I listened to her a little bit in high school occasionally.
Yeah,
that was just 5 or 6 years ago.
Right.
It wasn't very long ago, so I guess that makes sense.
I can't believe she's still around 5 years later.
Gosh, that's crazy. Okay, let's read a review.
Okay.
And then we'll get into some news.
Lots and lots of news.
Lots and lots.
Guys.
Of course.
We had people message us and be like, we knew immediately that you had already recorded.
But the funny thing is, we record once a week, right?
Yeah.
So, it makes sense that there's always going to be news that comes after we record. But
right.
Still,
it was immediately after we recorded
feisty.
Almost, right?
Yeah.
That's when we get feisty.
I think, too, we called it. Didn't we say that in our, they're totally going to drop 70th anniversary
Yes, we
news.
were like, I wish they would drop the 70th stuff, and then boom, they did. So I guess they are listening.
I think they are.
Yeah.
And I'll tell
like
you why in
Alexa.
just a second. Okay, appreciation for honesty. This one is 2 years ago, Panther Bay. 5 stars. I wanted to let you know that as a regular listener to your podcast, I truly appreciate your honesty about costs and must-haves at Disneyland, as referenced in episode 71. It is a great reminder that one does not need all the extra to have a wonderful trip to Disney. Thank you for your wonderful podcast. Best regards, Melissa D. Thanks,
Thank you.
Melissa. We appreciate that. And it's true. You can go and pack lunches and not buy souvenirs if you don't budget for them and still have a really, really, really good time.
And there's free souvenirs.
Totally.
You go back and listen to that episode. There's buttons.
There's
do
Art of Animation, or not Art of Animation, Animation's
Academy,
yes. Where you can go draw. Why did that leave me?
Yeah, there's lots of things you can do. So
Totally.
There's your reminder.
Okay, speaking of Disney listening to us, the Candlelight Processional was this last weekend. I'm going to take you back to November 8th. Well, earlier for us. What would that be? November 5th, when we suggested.
When we were given our guesses.
And also said, Dear Disney, if you have not chosen your narrator yet, you probably should choose Catherine Hahn. I think we did it.
You're welcome, Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
If she enjoyed it, maybe she didn't love it.
She acted like she did. I watched an episode. I watched Provost Park Pass, which he has changed his name to just Park Pass now. He introduces himself now. Hi, I'm Chris from Park Pass.
Interesting. I wonder why.
I don't know, because I feel like your last name is out there.
Yeah.
It's been out there for years. Why are we rebranding? I'm curious. Chris, hit us up. Let us know. But anyway,
have him on again soon.
We should have him on again soon.
Let's have him on to talk about his rebranding.
Why do you not? He's like Madonna.
Right.
Why are you just Chris?
Yes.
but they went and they got to sit. They were invited and they got to sit. And he did a video. And at the very end of it, she acted very much like she enjoyed it. She's funny though, because the Candlelight Processional. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't been, it's very solemn. It's very reverent.
Yes, that's the right word. She
finished it, and they have a second to kind of ad-lib a little bit and say, how grateful they are that they were invited and blah, blah, blah. And she did a very Catherine Hahn thing, like at the very end when it was all over with. She was just like, thank you guys so much. And she like opened her mouth really big and stuck her tongue out, kind of like, just her big smile. And it was just very Catherine Hahn of her. And I wish I could have seen it. I would have traded Brie Larson for sure for Catherine Hahn.
Yeah, that's two Marvels in a row.
2 Marvels in a row. Well, and Chris Pratt might have been the year before.
Was he? I don't know. I don't remember.
He was within the last few years. So we've had a few Marvels in a row.
I still think a Tom Hiddleston would be great.
I was just going to say next year, Tom Hiddleston.
With his gorgeous accent.
And his pretty face. We would be not sad. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston would be a good choice. But yeah, we called it. We called it. I shared a little blip of the audio on our Instagram.
Yeah, good job.
Pat on the back to us.
Maybe we'll pick for next year too.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston. Did it.
Either him or Timothée Chalamet. That's who I pick.
Is he Disney though?
I mean,
I'm trying to think. Has he had any Disney? Because honestly, I was thinking which he has a Disney connection. Jeff Goldblum would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, he would be fun. Can you imagine? He would ad-lib the whole thing. He would not follow the Bible. He would make up his own story of Christmas. Good. He's hilarious.
He's so funny. Anyway, those are here for next year. We're calling it right now. So we can come back to this episode on we're recording December 10th. We can come back to this episode and say, we called Tom Hiddleston or Timothée Chalamet or Jeff Goldblum.
If we guess 20 different names, we're sure to hit one target.
To get one of them for sure.
All right. We've got news, guys. News for days. First of all,
news for years.
Yeah, let's talk about little bits of news, and then we'll talk about what's coming up in 2025. So, well, first of all, sad news for February 8th of 2025. The Red Car Trolley will have its final day. You can take a final stroll around Buena Vista Street into Hollywoodland up to Avengers Campus on the Red Car Trolley. On February 8th, that will be the last day you can do that. It's kind of fun. We've only done it once, or I've only done it once.
Right, me too.
I've seen it, a million times in the park and never
We're
thought to
bonded
go
for
ride
life
it.
over that experience.
That's right. And I thought it was actually very pleasant and cute, and I'm hopeful that it will come back in some capacity.
Thanks to our friends over at Drafting the Magic. They're the ones who encouraged us to do it since we had never done it. We will be there on February 8th. That is the day of the Gumball Rally.
I feel like we should get a ride on the Red Car Trolley.
Well, and
we'll probably get some points for it.
Right. It'll probably, especially now knowing it's the last day, I bet it will be a thing.
And it will probably be a very long wait to get on that trolley.
Dusty Sage, if you're listening, I suggest that we do our big group picture somewhere with the Red Car Trolley.
I wonder if that's possible.
I don't know.
Timing-wise, that might be kind of hard because it doesn't sit in one spot for very long.
No, except for in the morning, first thing in the morning when it's parked. I can tell you already where we're going to do our group shot. It's going to be down in front of the Wheel of Death, right along the water in that big area.
Paradise Garden, yeah. Paradise Garden? Paradise Park?
Paradise Garden, I think, but what is that little...
The Paradise Garden Grill is clear back in the corner over there, so I feel like
I still think that's part of it. Paradise Bay?
Maybe. Over in front of the Little Mermaid.
Paradise Bay.
Yeah, maybe. And then the Haunted Mansion has a reopening date for regular Haunted Mansion. Finally, after what? Has it been 7 years?
Yeah, something like that.
13 years? It's a 13-minute wait for 13 years.
Yep.
So it closes down as Haunted Mansion Holiday on January 6th and will reopen on January 18th.
I'm so excited about this.
Too. That will be in time for race weekend, so...
Yeah,
exciting.
It will, won't it?
And it's not on virtual queue anymore, which is really exciting. So you could have a 13-minute wait to get on the Haunted Mansion for the first time in a long time.
Oh, I'm so excited. And I told my kids, and they are so excited because Lyndon has never ridden Classic Haunted Mansion, ever. And Asher hasn't since, I think, 2019. And so my kids are very excited.
Yes, and it's his favorite version.
It is his favorite version. So
and then we talked... Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
And we talked a little bit about the things that were reopening in downtown Disney last week. We weren't sure if the Avengers store had opened yet. It hadn't when we recorded. It had not, but it did within a couple of days of us recording. Now. So it is open now. It's cute.
It is cute.
It's got a big giant Hulk.
The Disneylander store next door is really cute, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they've got some pretty cute stuff.
Yes.
They have Louis Vuitton.
I know. It's like an adult shopping experience.
Why do they have Louis Vuitton? It's not Disney. It's just Louis Vuitton.
Because you never know when your purse might get wet on Tiana's Bayou Adventure and you need a new one. You need a new $5,000 purse. You might. You never know.
Fun story about Louis Vuitton. I have a patient who has a Louis Vuitton bag. Mm-hmm. She and I were talking about this just last week. She bought it at a Louis Vuitton store, which you are convinced are laundering money.
Money laundering fronts.
But she bought it at a Louis Vuitton store.
Maybe not in places like New York or, Los Angeles
but Vegas,
or Beverly Hills, but Vegas. There's just never anybody in them.
And there's got to be 100 of them.
Right.
Every single casino has
yes.
one. But she bought one at a Louis Vuitton store, and it's one of the cinch. Like the top of it is a cinch. And she loves the style of it so much. It's cracking. And she's only had it not very long. And I was like, that makes me really mad for how much you paid for that bag. And so what she did, their customer service is fantastic. Mm-hmm. She reached out to them and they replaced it. But now she just feels like she can't use it. Now she feels like she has to put it in the dust cover and put it away and only bring it out for special occasions because it was cracking. So word to the wise, don't buy Louis Vuitton. Apparently, it is not quality.
Interesting.
It is interesting. I was just like,
Could have just been a bad batch. But also, I feel like a lot of people do just buy fancy bags like that for only special occasions. I wouldn't use it as an everyday bag.
Okay, but my opinion on that is if you pay $5,000 for a bag, use it, love it, enjoy it. You should be able to.
I guess. Or just buy a $20 Target bag and use it and love it.
Yeah, but if you have a $5,000 bag, you should be able to use it and love it.
I guess
is my point. I don't know. It just feels like that shouldn't be, at that price, that should not be something that you have to put away and pull out for special occasions. So it was just the edging that was cracking. And she said she thinks it's just because it was the cinch design, how it comes all together, that she thinks that's why. And she thinks had she gotten a different style, maybe it wouldn't be the same way. But she really loved that style. Anyway, it made me sad.
Well,
side note.
Super side note.
But they sell it now at Disney.
Yes, very good. You can buy yourself a cracking Louis Vuitton bag
at
Disneylanders.
When yours gets wet on Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
And also the Lego store, we talked about that reopening. It's pretty cute. I saw some pictures of it finally, but there are some fun posters in the window that are Lego Disney. So like the Indiana Jones Lego game. So there's some Lego Indiana Jones going on and a few other things. But that's very cute.
Which is good because they really needed to do something to tie it all in.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It was fine
It was fine.
I think we already knew this, but the like little food court, Earl of Sandwich area is opening in early 2025. So no official dates there, but we know that's coming really soon.
It would be great if they would open before we're there. That would be a lot of fun to go check out.
Yes.
Okay. As of today, Tiana's is no longer on virtual queue, which is crazy.
Crazy and
me.
Awesome. Virtual queue is just too stressful, and people don't love it, and so we're
people
good.
Don't love it, and people who don't listen to our podcast don't necessarily know that it's a thing. They don't necessarily understand the chaotic nature,
the strategy of it all.
Right.
It's just one extra thing in your day to be stressed about.
Right. And when you are there and that's a really big e-ticket attraction, missing out on it is sad.
Yeah.
So, but I'm also surprised because it's been literally less than a month.
Yes. I am not super surprised because I feel like Disney World is still on virtual queue. I feel like more people are riding it at Disney World because the weather is conducive to riding a water ride there.
That makes sense, yeah.
I don't feel like it's been as popular here. Even, when I went with my giant family, there were only 6 or 7 of us that even wanted to ride it at all. And it was a brand new ride, right?
Well, and 2, I think even in the middle of summer when it's super hot, you get so wet on that ride.
You can.
That I love it, but it's not enjoyable.
Yes.
To get that wet and have to still walk around and be active. So I feel like they need to figure that out and make it a little, getting wet is fine.
Turn the water down just a tiny bit.
But not getting soaked.
Right. Well, and I my suspicions were that the more people they loaded into the boat, the more wet you get, which I think it happened that way on Splash Mountain as well. But I feel like that's kind of been confirmed because there was somebody that posted the other day that there were only 2 of them in the boat.
And they were dry.
They had like fancy shirts on that they wanted for the picture, and the cast member was like, I'll just give you your own boat so you can so your picture can be cute. And they didn't get very wet at all.
Yeah.
And that was the same for us when there were only 3 or 4 of us in the boat. I didn't get wet.
But those busy times when they load 6 people into the boat, you get soaked.
Yeah.
And nobody likes that.
There's got to be a way to turn that water down, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm not super surprised that it's off virtual queue. It does feel really fast, though.
It does feel really fast. But 3 weeks?
It's been chilly there, so maybe it'll pick up in the spring when it starts to get warmer.
On virtual queue.
Yeah. I doubt it because by then it'll be older, right? Yeah.
That would be funny. Anyway, that's exciting.
Yeah.
In personal news, our recording studio is done.
Yes.
Ish. We're in it today.
It's lovely. It feels non-echoey.
Non-echoey.
The walls are not pickable, so people are not going to pick pieces off the wall anymore.
No. We have a nice new table that holds our soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's nice. It looks nice in here.
You know what it needs?
A heater?
A heater and some greenery. I feel like we could use some, like...
A plant?
Not real plants because there's no sunlight in here, but like a little ficus over in the corner would be nice. Some ambiance.
Something. We need something
some
in
twinkle
here.
lights. I miss the twinkle lights in our little makeshift recording studio over there.
That would be nice. Yes, a little fiddle fig over in the corner would be lovely. A succulent on the table. It looks really nice. Thanks, Meridian Library,
you know what else
for
it's
updating
missing?
it. What?
An air freshener. A very strong air freshener.
Oh my gosh. We had a meeting yesterday at another. We love the library so much.
The library's our favorite.
Our libraries, I mean, I imagine this is probably pretty universal, but like our libraries have really great meeting spaces. And there's a brand new library that's kind of out by our house, and not the one that we're at today, but they have a couple of study rooms that you can go into and reserve for a few hours. So we had our little business strategery meeting yesterday, and there was the worst. It was so intense.
The smell was fine. It wasn't a bad smell.
It was
just
a
was
lot.
Super strong.
Right. It was a 10, and they could have had it in a 1 easily.
Yes. But anyway, okay. Now, 2025. Disneyland last year did the same thing where they announced all of 2025 at once. We loved it. We told them we loved it, and they listened.
Yep.
They are so listening to us, guys.
They are. Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Hey, Bob. Hey, Josh. What's up? But we're going to go over it today. So stick around. We're going to talk all about the 2025 excitement, dates, everything.
Events.
Not menus.
Not menus.
Those will come later.
Right.
But that's the plan today. Calling all Disney enthusiasts dreaming of a magical escape, look no further than Mouse World Travel, your Disney vacation experts.
Whether you're enchanted by the magic of Disney parks, setting sail with Disney Cruise Line, embarking on an Adventures by Disney journey, or relaxing in paradise at Aulani, we've got you covered.
Our team of experts will craft the perfect getaway tailored just for you. From park tickets and dining reservations to exclusive perks and personalized itineraries.
Ready to make your dreams come true? Visit mouseworldtravel.com and tell them Ropedrop Parkhop sent you.
Mouse World Travel, where your Disney adventure begins.
Streaming now on Peacock. Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are back.
That's hot. Loves it.
For a show-stopping reunion that will prove putting on an opera is anything but simple.
We're really good at this.
One thing's for sure, they won't be upstaged.
Good to have you back.
Come on, we've got a show to do.
Paris and Nicole, The Encore, a 3-part reunion special. Streaming now, only on Peacock.
When you're on the go and it's time to refresh your energy, grab an ice-cold Celsius, where 0 sugar, 7 essential vitamins, and proven ingredients meet pure refreshment. Unlike traditional energy drinks, each sip of Celsius is a perfect balance of flavor and function. So whether you're hitting the gym, the office, or your next adventure, grab a Celsius at your local retailer or visit Celsius.com to learn more.
Okay, so again, Disney is listening to us because as we were wrapping up our recording last week, we said, please announce the 70th anniversary celebration details.
And they said,
and then they said, okay, we will.
They said, we'll see you your 70th anniversary details, and we'll also announce every single thing for next year, including dates.
And some of 2026. You're welcome.
It's just great. Thanks, Disney. We appreciate it so much.
Thanks, Disney. Let's just go quickly over the calendar.
Yes.
Let's just say everything that's coming up, and then we will go into details about what it all means.
So, starting in February. No.
Starting in January.
Starting in January.
Yes.
We'll be there in February, so that's why it's all in my head. In January 17th begins Lunar New Year at Disney California Adventure. That is going to run through February 16th. Also in February over at Disneyland, the 8th and the 15th. Sorry, not through. The 8th and the 15th, we'll have the Celebrate Gospel.
Yes.
That's yearly. That's there every year.
Mm-hmm. Which I feel like they've done some of that at California Adventure in years past as well.
Have they?
Like on that stage back there in the Hollywood backlot area.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll only be at the Fantasyland Theater this year. Because I think they do some there. They do some at California Adventure. They do some in downtown Disney.
I was going to say, I've seen stuff in downtown Disney.
Yeah.
That was when we met that artist last year, wasn't it?
Perhaps.
I think.
That's about when we were there,
I think
for
so.
that training.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then on February 28th starts the Food and Wine Festival, which is earlier this year than it has been in years past. Normally it's around the first weekend of March.
Right, that's true.
Which I guess it's not that much earlier. It's probably about a week earlier than normal is what I would say.
Honestly, it makes sense to me, too, because Lunar New Year is going to have some marketplace foods, and they'll have all of the little huts out.
booths.
Yeah, and what a pain to put them away for a month and then haul them back out again.
Right. They just got to stick the new signs up on them. It also makes sense to me since Season of the Force will be starting earlier this year than normal as well, starting in March. So it overlaps a little bit with Food and Wine. So March 28th through May 11th will be Star Wars Season of the Force. It's coming back. We'll talk about details in a minute.
And then May 16th is the big event of the year, and it's going to run through the summer. Disneyland 70th anniversary celebration. That's going to be a big deal.
And it goes for a whole year.
Hold on, though, because according to this graphic, there is no Pixar Fest.
I was actually going to mention that.
So, which we'll talk more about it in a second. There's no Pixar Fest listed. So the what is it called? Pixar Pals Parade must just be part of the 70th this year.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, which we'll talk about more in just a moment. So May 16th through summer 2026, the 70th is happening, and they have a lot of really cool stuff coming for that. Which
super exciting.
Yeah.
And then August 22nd through October 31st, way early, is Halloween time. However, it's not as early as the actual Halloween parties are starting, which we noticed.
So weird. So weird.
Oogie Boogie Bash dates start on August 17th. So the Halloween will not be in full swing when Oogie Boogie Bash starts.
Until
I'm not
5 days later.
Sure if they're going to fix that, or I don't know.
I don't know either.
If that was an oversight or if it's on purpose.
It's curious to me.
Right. Because
this is one of those times I would have liked to have been in the boardroom.
Right. The fireworks won't have started yet by the time Oogie Boogie Bash is going. It's weird. And then next, kind of overlapping with that, August 22nd through November 2nd is the Plaza de la Familia, inspired by Coco. Super cute.
Yes. And then November 14th through January 7th, 2026 is the holidays at the Disneyland Resort. And concurrently with that, November 14th through January 7th, you'll have the Festival of Holidays over at California Adventure.
Yep, and that's pretty typical.
That is pretty typical. And then there are some separately ticketed events, so after-hours events that are happening at Disneyland. We already talked a little bit about Oogie Boogie Bash, which we'll touch on a little bit more. But backing up a little bit into January, Sweethearts Night starts in January this year.
And I feel like these are more dates for Sweethearts Night.
There's quite a few. I feel like it's pretty popular, but there are 7 dates this year. No, 8 dates this year.
Yep.
Versus, what?
I don't know, 4 or 5 last year. Yeah.
Not very many.
We have January 21st, 23rd, 28th, and February 4th, 6th, 9th, 11th, and 13th.
February 4th is my wedding anniversary. We should go to Sweethearts Night for our wedding anniversary.
Without your husband.
No, let's see. It'll be our 19th anniversary. If it was our 20th, maybe. I'd say we should go, but not for a 19th. That's stupid.
And then new this year is 90s Night, which is happening March 4th and 6th.
Hold up. It's not new. They've done
night?
it before. They did it 2 years ago. Let's Google it. It's a return, I'm pretty sure. Let's look. 90s Night Disneyland. I am pretty sure they did it. Yeah, returning in 2025. Okay. When was it, though?
Because last year they did, Disney Channel night?
Nobody loved it. No, people loved it. Oh, 2019. They did it previous to the Rona.
Cool.
So it is returning, and I remember it from then, and it looked like a lot of fun. They played a lot of Backstreet Boys and NSYNC music. I feel like this is like my jam.
Yeah, nostalgia night.
People really enjoyed it, and we're really hopeful that it would come back, and I'm glad that they brought this one back.
Yeah, it looks cute.
So that one is happening when?
March 4th and 6th. Only 2 nights for that one. And then Star Wars Night will be back. This one is super popular as well and has 8 dates as well. April 8th, 10th, 22nd, and 24th, and 29th, and May 1st, 4th, and 6th.
And then Pride Night in June is the 16th and the 18th, and that one's a standard now. This will be the 3rd year in a row that they've done it.
Yeah, I almost feel like those are the exact same dates they had last year.
Really?
Sounds really familiar to me.
June 16th and 18th.
That's funny.
Oogie Boogie Bash. A lot of dates.
Yes.
And actually, this last year was the first year that they bumped them into August. And there were just a small handful of dates in August. This year, we have 7 dates in August. So the 17th, 19th, 21st, 24th, 26th, 28th, and 31st in August alone.
Yeah.
It's a lot of nights in August.
I like it for the fact that maybe it won't be so hard to get tickets for Oogie Boogie Bash if they're releasing more dates.
Right.
Even last year, they didn't sell out as quickly as they did the year before with more dates.
And it felt less crowded to me.
Yes, I agree.
It felt a lot more comfortable.
There.
Yeah. But there are 3 parties happening before Halloween officially kicks off at the Disneyland Resort. 3 Oogie Boogie Bash parties before the official kickoff.
Yes. Plus, they'll probably have the cast member preview one before that even. So
that's crazy.
Mid-August,
that
Halloween.
Is crazy. In September, we've got the 2nd, 9th, 11th, 14th, 16th, 18th, 21st, 23rd, 25th, 28th, and 30th. 2 of those dates are my girls' birthdays. Both Oogie Boogie Bash nights.
And then in October, we have the 2nd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 12th, 14th, 16th, 19th, 21st, 23rd, 26th, 28th, and 31st. And are these all Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays? Probably with the exception of Halloween.
Let me look.
That's typically what they've been in the past.
It is. So let's see. I can look at my girls' birthdays, and that will be so helpful. Yep, it looks like it. It looks like the same. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, August through October.
And then Halloween is on what day?
Halloween is on a Friday. Oh, that's kind of fun.
Finally.
Oh, finally.
Now that I don't have any trick-or-treaters anymore.
That's my other. I need to add that to my list of things when I run for president.
To change it to the last Friday in October or
that's
last Saturday in October.
One of my campaign promises. That and do away with daylight savings time.
I feel like you don't have to be president to do that. You need to run for the local city council.
No, I'm doing it. It's federal. I'm changing it federally.
All right.
Okay, so there's your
Oogie Boogie Bash
outline of 2025.
We will talk about what new villains we think are coming as it gets closer. I want Yzma.
I would love Yzma.
And Kronk. Both of them.
Let's reminisce. How did you feel about the new ones this year?
I actually really enjoyed the new ones. Dr. Doom is not new. Dr. Doom? Judge Doom. Judge Doom, not new. It was new to me because we didn't do it the year before, and I actually thought he was pretty fantastic.
I agree.
And then Doofenshmirtz was a happy surprise, too.
Yeah.
I was not super excited for... I mean, I was excited when they announced it, not super excited when I saw videos.
And Hades was great, too.
Yes, it was all great. I thought they were all terrific.
Who do we get rid of for new ones? Because if they were all terrific and they're new...
Madam Mim.
Peace out, Madam Mim. And I love Sid. He could go. He could go. We could put... Is Anxiety the villain in Inside Out 2?
No, I think we've discussed this before, and we can't make Anxiety a villain.
I'm trying to think who would go good back in Pixar.
Who's a Pixar?
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. We could do away with a couple that have been around for a while. Madam Mim for sure is good to go.
And the Baymax guy, I can never remember his name.
Yokai?
Yokai. I mean, he's fine.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't miss him. But also he fits really well back there, so
Right.
that's hard to get rid of. Hard to replace.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll speculate as it gets closer.
Totally.
Okay, so back to January, Lunar New Year. Super fun event. They'll have some food booths out where you can go and try some Asian foods. They'll have the Mulan's
Lunar New Year processional. Not totally a parade, but pretty much a parade.
Similar to like what they have Viva Navidad this time of year, where it kind of comes out. It doesn't go the whole parade route.
But it does go pretty far. It goes all the way to the Paradise Garden in front of Little Mermaid.
Right.
And then they do a little dancey thing in front of there. So
and then turn around and
go
head
back. Yeah. It's
I
pretty fun. I think it's really fun.
It's been a minute since I've watched it. I have photos, so I know I've seen it before. I don't really remember it very well. And then Food and Wine Festival. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Lots of food booths.
Yes, and Soarin' over California will be back as it normally is during
Makes
Food
me
and
sick.
Wine.
If you get motion sick and you are okay with Soarin' around the world, which I am, completely fine. Just be careful with Soarin' over California. It's an older video. It's not as sharp. The images aren't quite as clear. And I had to shut my eyes. I couldn't keep my eyes open for the whole thing. I started getting real sick.
I was remembering last year on opening day of it coming back, they handed out cuties on the way into the queue, which I think is really cute.
It's really cute.
It's cutie.
It is cutie. Season of the Force.
Season of the Force. So Hyperspace Mountain will be back as an overlay for Space Mountain, which is a fan favorite. They will have Star Wars themed food.
Hyperspace Mountain, I think, is my favorite version of Space
It's
Mountain.
pretty cool. It is pretty fun. It's people often come off of that one applauding.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fun.
It is a lot of fun. They'll probably have, I mean, chances are pretty good that they'll have Fire of the Rising Moons.
They will have Fire of the Rising Moons because they have announced that there will be a new version of it for Season of the Force.
Because it doesn't overlap. Never mind. Sorry. Never mind.
With a new fireworks show,
Yeah.
which is not a new fireworks show, but it's coming back. Yeah. Which are they? So they are they doing Mickey's Mix Magic
In between? Probably.
Mickey's Mix Magic. Get excited.
What are they doing?
I don't know. Like during spring break week, they've got to have fireworks, right?
What are they doing starting in January?
Mickey's Mix Magic.
Probably. Have they announced it?
I don't think so. While she's looking that up, the tickets for Sweethearts Night and 90s Night actually went on sale the 12th.
Yesterday.
Yes, that's what I was trying to look up. I would guess that Sweethearts Night will not sell out super quickly, but 90s Night will because there are only 2 dates. So for the 70th, we have quite a few things that are coming. First exciting thing is the castle is getting some beautiful decorations, some pink, and I don't know if it's blue or purple. Can't tell. It's just
where did you see it?
Artist renderings.
Oh, yeah, that is really cute.
It's pretty.
It's like that royal blue, probably, I would guess, like the castle royal blue.
Yes.
Oh, that is pretty.
And then Mickey and Minnie are getting some new costumes that match as well for the 70th, which
Cuties.
Very cute. And the theme is Celebrate Happy.
Which,
the 70th.
I mean, that's just kind of the vibe at Disney all year, every year for 70 years. So I love it. I think it's great.
It is great. There will be a new theme song playing around the park.
Called?
Celebrate Happy.
Okay.
And then we already knew Paint the Night was coming at some point. Now we know it's coming May 16th. And then also the Good Times with Abe that has been in refurb for a long time. There will be... You can watch the Lincoln Show sometimes, and you can watch a Walt Disney show sometimes. So there's a new Walt Disney animatronic coming, and this is called Walt Disney: A Magical Life, and that will be debuting in that theater on May 16th as well.
So will you know going into...
I would guess so.
Yeah. Or will there be like specific times for each one?
And are they going to play just the Walt version for the first little while and then do the switch back and forth? I don't think we know all the details for that.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see how they do it. And also, if they can do that, can they not also run Soarin' Around the World and Soarin' Over California alternately, or one in each theater, like the people have asked for?
Right. And also, could we not do PhilharMagic and Muppet Vision 3D in the same theater?
Yeah, that's a great question. I like it.
And then also, there will be a new cavalcade during the day because Paint the Night is a nighttime parade. That means we won't have a daytime parade at Disneyland through all of 2025. Magic Happens is not coming back in 2025
Which is
at
very
all.
sad.
That's been announced.
And there was a lot of speculation. Could they fit 2 parades backstage? So there was kind of a lot of question regarding whether or not. People really were hoping Magic Happens would come back, but
maybe
there's
in
not
2026, right. So
Right.
this new cavalcade is called Mickey and Friends Celebrate Happy. Fits right in with the 70th theme. And then Wondrous Journeys, we already talked about this, but that will be returning on May 16th.
which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I looked it up so far for the entertainment schedule. There's nothing listed as nighttime entertainment. I bet it's Mickey's Mixed Magic.
Probably. I don't know what else they would do. They can't not do anything, right?
Right. And they've said Wondrous Journeys will come back.
Yeah, for sure it's May 16th for Wondrous Journeys.
I wish that they would just bring that back.
All year.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's pretty much it at Disneyland. At California Adventure, we have a new World of Color show coming, which is really exciting.
I'm super excited about
Yes.
this. World of Color Happiness.
And it is hosted by the Inside Out pals, the Emotions, which would be cute. And then we already said this, but Better Together, a Pixar Pals Celebration Parade will be returning at California Adventure.
So no Pixar Fest.
Right.
Better Together just becomes part of the 70th celebration.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I think that we planned with our little meeting yesterday, we were planning out like our travel dates and everything, and we're going to try to be there pretty early on in this celebration to experience some of this stuff. What are you most excited for of all of it?
Paint the Night, probably.
Me too. So excited about Paint the Night. And they said too that there's more to be announced in the months ahead. I imagine that's going to be, maybe something in Fantasyland Theater. There's no, maybe something in Hyperion. There's no addressing of either of those places. Obviously, we'll have food specials.
Yes.
All
Lots
kinds of
and
stuff
lots
like that.
food. Lots of
Souvenirs.
merch, yeah.
It'd be nice if they could bring back the Newsies.
Yeah. Bring back the Newsies.
Just put them in the Hyperion. Give us a Newsy stage show. What was it that they were looking for on?
Oh, I don't remember. Was it Hercules that we know?
No,
it was
Encanto.
Encanto, yes. So maybe Encanto, that would be fun.
That'd be kind of fun.
Maybe they could just put the red car trolley on the stage and have the Newsies dance around it and do their little. They already have that show. It can be a little short 15-minute show.
And then the red car trolley is preserved.
Also over at DCA, there will be a projection show
At Carthay Circle?
Yes. So in the evenings, the exterior of Carthay Circle restaurant will celebrate happy with a special moment featuring music, lights, and projection effects.
This is not a visual media, but Katie
Celebrate
did
happy.
Jazz hands.
Yes. I think that's how you have to say celebrate happy, with your jazz hands. And then the facade of It's a Small World also gets a new projection show.
Oh, fun.
So that's cool.
That'll be fun. Will they do it before the sun sets?
Probably because it'll be summer, so unless they do it at 10 p.m.
Oh, that's challenging. Which they may do it at 10 p.m., but we'll see. I'm curious to see, too. They'll probably, it's the 70th. They'll do stuff at the hotels, too.
Right.
They'll decorate. I'm curious to see what they end up doing for everything. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And do you think there will be, 70th anniversary dining experiences at Plaza and
for
at
sure.
the character meals?
For the Paint the Night, for sure. And trying to think if there's anything else
I don't know.
besides food that we're missing here.
We'll be very excited for that when it happens. Anyway, big year next year. Plan your trips. Reach out to us. Let us help you plan your trips.
Also sprinkled in the mix there are Run Disney weekends, right?
Oh, right.
So we have the half marathon weekend at the end of January, and then we also have the Halloween half marathon happening in the first weekend of September.
Which you are not doing next year.
I am not doing.
Because you guys have big goals for
We
2026.
do. Super big goals.
Yay!
We will not announce them yet. It's coming.
2026 is going to be a big year, guys.
2026. That will be my 25th year anniversary.
Oh, that's
So
good.
That is a big year.
Here's a hint.
Oh, one more thing to sprinkle in there.
Oh, go for it.
January 24th,
What?
Anaheim Ducks Day.
Oh, yes. Don't forget. Do not forget Anaheim Ducks Day. And also, what's the one that happened a few weeks ago in Star Wars?
Life Day.
Life Day,
which
is probably in there somewhere
they
too.
They still have all of that special food. I think like the stick, the branch, the cheese branch.
Stick.
Branch, stick, whatever. I've heard good things about it, though.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I've not heard good things about? Santa's vacation sausage.
Yeah, well.
People are saying that it's not tasty, that
Nope.
Santa needs some work on his taste buds.
Santa needs to head back to the North Pole with his vacation sausage.
Also, sorry, I keep finding more and more. The Disney Junior Let's Play party happens for one day in California Adventure.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird.
During the summer.
One day.
One day. It's returning. They did it before. I don't remember any
vaguely
details
remember
about
that.
it. But
I thought it was 2 days last time.
It's 2 days in downtown Disney, one day in California Adventure.
Weird.
Yeah.
They'll have these, and then there, of course, will be a Disney Plus day somewhere in there. There will be, all the weird, random little odd days that they sprinkle in throughout.
Yes.
But now you know the big events that are coming. Now you know, which, thank you so much, Disney, because honestly, when people are trying to plan their vacations, there are some people who don't want to go during these times because they want to go during lower crowd levels.
Right.
There are some people who are planning their trip, trying to get Oogie Boogie Bash tickets, and
need to know what dates to shoot for. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is so helpful. And I think that if you could keep doing this every single year, we would really appreciate it.
Yeah, the people at Disney World are kind of jealous right now because they don't get all their dates all at once like we do
which
now.
we could use those also, please.
Sure.
And thank you. If you're listening.
You're planning a trip in 2025, those packages are open. So reach out if you need help, if you want some help, navigating around those dates. We're here for you.
And we had someone reach out to us last week and just remind us that she didn't know, and not everybody knows, our services are free when you book a trip with us. When you book a package with us, we will help you with everything. There is no cost to you. So, no additional. I mean, you're going to pay for your vacation, but you don't have to pay us. So we would be happy to help you with it. It's super easy. It's super flexible.
Right.
And honestly, it's the way to go.
The earlier you can lock things in, the better, just because pricing is fluctuating and availability is always fluctuating. So
yeah, and I will tell you this too. It's our job to keep track of those things. And so even just yesterday, I went in and checked on a few vacations that I have for people coming up, and I emailed one of my gals who's traveling in the spring and suggested a hotel change that saved her $350, and it was great. So, I mean, that's kind of our deal. That's what we do. We make it easy for you. So plan a 2025 trip. You know all of the dates now. Reach out to us. We can help you.
Yep. And make sure you're following us on Instagram at Ropedrop.Parkhop, and Facebook the same, and our fun discussion group, Rope Dropping and Park Hopping.
Yes, and if you haven't subscribed, rated, and reviewed the podcast, we would love it if you would do that for us. We're trying to hit 500 reviews, and we're super close. So if you see that we are not at 500 yet, hit that review button. We appreciate it so much. And also join us over on Patreon. We're having our little holiday party next week.
We are having a holiday party. And we have our meetup coming up in February. So add that to your calendar as well for dates for 2025. Sprinkle that in.
Well, let me give you a real rundown, or a real quick rundown. February 7th is arrival day. We'll do a dinner that evening. To be determined. We're thinking Great Maple, but we're discussing.
We have a couple other things.
Some other options. So to be determined. The 8th, Saturday, the 8th is the Gumball Rally, which we will be a team. Our kids will have a team, and we would love for you guys to come and bring your own team and
hang out with us.
Do
all
the
day.
Gumball Rally. Well, we won't be hanging out. We're very competitive. We will be running from ride to ride, as you should also be doing.
We will be in the same park with you all day.
Yeah, we will be competing against you, and no mercy. We will win. Just kidding. And then Sunday, we'll hang out. We have hoppers, so we'll bounce back and forth between the two parks. That is a Sweethearts Night party.
Yes.
That evening.
So we will be kicked out of Disneyland around 9-ish, I
around
think.
9 o'clock.
Yes.
So we are planning to do the late showing of World of Color together as a group at 10 o'clock, 10:15. And then Monday morning, if you're still around and you want to come hang out with us, we'll do a recap podcast episode, which was really fun last year.
It was really fun. We involved everybody, and everybody got to be on the podcast, become podcast famous.
Yep. So anyway, join us. It'll be fun.
It's way fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's it for this week. So
And
we will see you next week.
Oh, we didn't mention this in news.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about it real
Next week,
fast.
the Disney Treasure, the newest Disney cruise line cruise ship, takes its maiden voyage. But Michelle and Deb Michelle, our travel agency owner, Mouse World Travel owner, and Deb, who's an agent with Mouse World Travel, are headed out on a preview voyage this week. So they're going to join us next week. We're going to talk all about the Disney Treasure.
And all we really want to hear about is that Haunted Mansion Lounge, to be honest.
Have you watched any
It's
videos?
dreamy.
It's
yes.
amazing.
Yep.
It's amazing.
I'm super excited. And I'm excited to hear what the horn does. It has some new songs, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So,
and
exciting.
also, Deb is a huge Haunted Mansion fan, and so I have a feeling she will spend quite a bit of time there. So
very fun. Okay,
Yeah.
see you guys next week.
Bye.